Today in the Paddock, we're taking a closer look at the local farm stand and its impact on the community. Checking in on the latest market trends, highlighting the SANR banquet, and exploring with Georgia leadership. Hello and welcome to the Paddock. I'm Colin Souter. The U.S. Department of Agriculture recently announced $275 million in grant funding through the agency's Specialty Crop Research Initiative and other specialty crop programs. These federal programs are designed to support farmers who grow specialty crops like fruits, vegetables, nuts, and nursery plants. Through this program, millions of dollars in funding are awarded each year to universities, researchers, and organizations to help solve some of the biggest challenges facing these producers. SCRI focuses on real-world problems in agriculture, including improving crop genetics, fighting pests and diseases, increasing efficiency, and developing new technologies to help farmers. One of the key aspects of the program is that it combines research with hands-on education, meaning the results don't just stay in the lab. They're shared directly with farmers to use in the field. For farmers, especially those growing specialty crops, this program can make a major difference. Specialty crops often require more labor, are more sensitive to weather and disease, and can be more expensive to produce compared to your traditional row crops. SCRI helps address those challenges by funding research that leads to better crop varieties, improved pest control, and more efficient production methods. Farm groups and energy leaders are calling on Congress to allow year-round sales of E15 gasoline as fuel prices continue to rise. E15 is a fuel blend made up of 15% ethanol and 85% gasoline. Ethanol is typically produced from corn, making it an important link between agriculture and energy production. Currently, E15 sales are restricted during the summer months in many parts of the country due to the environmental regulations. However, several agricultural organizations are pushing for those restrictions to be lifted permanently. These argue that allowing year-round E15 sales would help increase fuel supply, lower gas prices, and give consumers more affordable options at the pump. For farmers, especially corn producers, this decision could have a major economic impact. Higher demand for ethanol means higher demand for corn, which can lead to stronger prices and more stable markets. It also creates additional opportunities for growth in the renewable fuels industry. Farm groups say expanding E15 access would support rural economies and provide a more consistent market for their crops. For consumers, year-round E15 would mean lower fuel costs and more energy choices. It also supports the use of renewable fuels, which can help reduce dependence on traditional fossil fuels and lower emissions. As lawmakers consider the proposal, the outcome could have lasting effects on both the agriculture industry and energy markets. For consumers, year-round E15 could mean lower fuel costs and more energy choices. It also supports the use of renewable fuels, which can help reduce dependence on traditional fossil fuels and lower emissions. As lawmakers consider the proposal, the outcome could have lasting effects on both the agriculture industry and energy markets, impacting farmers, consumers, and the future of renewable fuel can use across the country. Now we turn our attention to something a little closer to home. Farm stands play an important role in connecting local producers directly with consumers. While also supporting small-scale agriculture, our own Riley Stockman takes us to a local farm stand, showing us what they offer and how they serve the community.
Out in rural South Georgia, getting fresh, local products isn't always easy. But one small business is working to bring those items closer to home.
I own the Canary's Nest Candle Company, and we started in 2016 from our home. We were a home-based e-commerce business, and then in October of 2025, we opened the indoor farm stands.
Even before the farm stand, their business has always prioritized supporting American agriculture.
So we use 100% soy wax, and it is made from soybeans that are grown in America. So when you use 100% soy wax, you are supporting American farmers.
What started as a small candle business has grown into a space that connects local agriculture directly to the community.
So we wanted to give other makers in the community a chance to connect with local customers, because I know, like, getting started, me starting my candle business from home, it is difficult at times to get your product in front of people. And then also we wanted to offer something different to local people in our community. And we live like 20 minutes from a grocery store. So if you live out in this area, you're looking at like a 20-minute drive. Like, we like to have some fresh produce and some canned items.
In a rural area, that convenience can make a big difference.
They like the fact that they can come in and get a snack because we have baked goods. We also have sourdough bread. They like that they don't have to drive to the grocery store.
The farm stand runs on a self-serve system, something that relies on trust.
I think it does reflect like what an awesome community that we have, because we have not had issues with anybody stealing or anything like that. And, people are glad that we're here. They love that they can come in and get different things, whether it's snacks or if it's like home decor, because we don't have anything else like this close by.
And beyond convenience, it's about keeping support close to home.
You're supporting local moms, dads, sons, daughters. You're supporting those people in your community, and when you support them, you're helping them keep the lights on. That's very important to me, to support local and keep that money in the community.
This local farm stand serves as a reminder that agriculture, community, and access can all come together right here at home. Here in the Paddock, I'm Riley Stockman.
Hi, I'm JC Weatherington with your Market Outlook. As of Wednesday, April 29th, corn futures are holding firm, with July 26 corn up 1 cent at $4.75. Contracts are up fractionally higher at 1 1/4 cents. Prices remain stable but muted, with the national average cash corn price up 1 cent at $4.33 1/4 cents. As southeastern farmers are prepping for soybeans are posting 3 to 8 cent gains in the front months. July 26 soybeans are up 7 1/4 cents at $11.96 1/2 cents. And the national average cash bean price is up 8 1/4 cents at $11.25 cents. June crude prices soared after the U.S. signals it will maintain its naval blockade of Iran for the foreseeable future, closing at 6.95% on Wednesday. Prices are expected to continue climbing as peace treaties between the U.S. and Iran are stalled and the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, tightening global oil supplies. That's all for your Market Outlook. I'm JC Weatherington.
The SANR banquet is a time to recognize hard work, dedication, and achievements within the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources. It brings together students, faculty, and supporters to celebrate success over the last year. McKenna Nettles and Riley Stockman take us inside the banquet, highlighting some of the night's biggest moments and recognitions.
Here at ABAC, students in the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources are stepping beyond the classroom and celebrating what they've accomplished together.
So the SANR Club Banquet is just a time for all of our clubs to be able to get together at the end of the semester and go through any accomplishments or any achievements that they want to share with their fellow students. It's a time for them to be able to give out any recognitions or awards that they'd like to do.
From student leaders to faculty, the night brings together clubs across the program to reflect on a year of growth.
So the SANR Club Banquet is a time that we're all able to gather and celebrate the accomplishments of our clubs and organizations under the School of Ag and Natural Resources.
That sense of community is something that students say starts with getting involved.
My favorite part of this banquet is exactly what you see right here. It is the final product, getting to see the students interact with each other, mingle with each other, go over the successes of the year, maybe laugh at some of the failures they've had, but at the end of the day, at the end of the semester, it's very much what you see behind me. It's togetherness.
But beyond awards, the event highlights something bigger: connection.
It's important for students to get involved at ABAC because it's very important to know the people that you're sitting in classroom with and the professors that are standing in front of you and the staff that is over the institution that we're at here at ABAC. It's important to get involved because when you get involved outside of the classroom, you're able to grow your knowledge in agriculture, natural resources, and any subject that you study for that matter. Getting to experience things outside the classroom, they allow you to get a hands-on experience. It's important to build a community at your home away from home.
And those connections don't stop after graduation.
It really sets a framework for not only your success in college, but your relationships with industry partners outside of college. Because the people that you're in clubs with today or are involved with on campus today will be the people that you call tomorrow needing something.
At ABAC, that network and that community is what continues to shape the future of agriculture. Here in the Paddock, I'm McKenna Mills.
Hey y'all, I'm Connor Hunt here with your agricultural weather outlook for the southeast and across the country. This week starts with scattered showers and storms across parts of Alabama, Georgia, and the Florida Panhandle, bringing some helpful moisture for pastures and early crops. However, rainfall will be uneven, so not everyone will benefit. Temperatures will briefly cool before turning warmer again, with highs climbing back into the upper 70s and 80s. That warming trend will speed up crop growth, but also increase moisture loss from already dry soils. Soil moisture remains a concern across South Georgia and North Florida. Even with this week's rain, deficits are still in place, and if dry conditions return, crops and grazing land could feel stressed quickly. Producers should also stay alert for elevated fire risk, especially in areas that miss rainfall and see breezy conditions. Across the plains, better rainfall chances in Texas and Oklahoma should support pasture and crop conditions more consistently. That's your weather outlook for the week. In the Paddock, I'm Connor Hunt.
Leadership development is important to agriculture in the state of Georgia. Connecting leaders from across the state from different industries can build resilience in our state. Amy Herring and Samantha Shackelford show us how Georgia leadership is making an impact and shaping our state.
For more than 4 decades, Leadership Georgia has connected leaders and community members from across the state. And this year, that journey is bringing them to South Georgia.
Leadership Georgia is a convener of like-minded people from every corner of the state. They come together with similar enthusiasm and energy for making the state the best it can be. They learn from communities that they visit, they learn from each other, and they go back to their corner of the state and make it the very best they can be.
And this year, that mission is bringing them to Tifton, Georgia.
It's a priority for Leadership Georgia to showcase agriculture in rural Georgia, and our Leadership Georgia president this year settled on Tifton as being the town to showcase both of those in a big way.
Coming to ABAC just is going to be a great opportunity to highlight what ABAC is, what ABAC does as far as developing young leaders, young professionals to go into the workforce and be the next generation of who develops our state and who leads agriculture specifically into the future. And so really excited to highlight ABAC, the resources that are here, the research, the innovation, the students, really just showcase that entire picture for the Leadership Georgia program.
It's an industry that impacts everyday life.
The agricultural program is so important to Leadership Georgia because of the impact that it has on our day-to-day lives. Agriculture has an impact in Georgia of over $90 billion of economic value. It creates over 380,000 jobs for the state. So it's not only vital, but agriculture also has its challenges. We have, issues with labor and workforce. There's mental health issues that are facing rural Georgia and agricultural industry in particular, to go along with commodity prices that are tough right now and family farms that are struggling. And so while we do want to emphasize and highlight all of the great things about agriculture and the great people that are in the industry, we also want to showcase that, hey, there's some things that we're faced with that are challenges that we need people to understand so that they can help in that really that opportunity to make a transition and a change for the better for our leading industry.
I just want people to know how excited we are to be part of the program. Leadership Georgia always leaves a positive impact wherever they go, and we just really want folks to understand that Leadership Georgia is a very caring group of people, and they may not all be elected officials, but they are leaders in their own right, and it's just a wonderful organization to connect with every part of our state.
Leadership Georgia is coming to Tifton, so come ready to learn, connect, and have a little fun along the way.
Students at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College are getting a closer look at the future of agriculture through the 4D Farm, a project focused on turning farm data into real-world decisions. Dr. Alex McLemore says the 4D Farm, which stands for Digital and Data-Driven Demonstration Farm, is a collaboration with the University of Georgia.
So the 4D Farm is a collaborative project where ABAC is working with UGA. So UGA is actually the lead on the project. And the 4D stands for Digital and Data-Driven Demonstration Farm. ABAC's role in this farm is we're taking the data farm, which is our demonstration of data and technology farm, and we're implementing the outcomes of the project that they've come up with for the 4D.
Instead of just studying technology in a classroom, students are able to see it used in a real-world production setting.
And it's really focused on transition of emerging technologies as well as existing stuff into a production setting, which is what we teach here at ABAC.
That hands-on approach is what makes the project valuable for students.
So it's a great opportunity for them to be exposed to cutting-edge technology that's out in the industry or proven kind of research technology that's coming along from UGA or other institutions.
The farm also produces large amounts of data, giving students opportunities to work on projects and better understand how decisions are made in modern agriculture.
It's brought a lot of just actual physical hardware technology to campus, as well as kind of the intellectual technology and along with the data. So we're producing a lot of data, which allows students to do projects, enhance our classes, and really think about the future of agriculture and using data to make these informed decisions.
While technology is a big part of the project, McLemore said the real goal goes beyond just using new equipment.
The goal is to demonstrate how data can be used to make a data-driven decision, right? So how can we take modern technology, not just can we drive in a straight line with it, but now can we gather information about what we do and make that basically straight line driving better in the future.
Agriculture already generates large amounts of data, but knowing how to use it effectively is the challenge.
So how can we learn from what we've done by tracking the data? And that's one of the harder things that's been happening in agriculture is we produce a lot of data, but how do we take that and actually implement it into solutions and new solutions that improve our production?
The 4D Farm is made up of several parts working together. Research sites at universities like UGA, Clemson, and Auburn develop new technologies, while ABAC's Data Farm serves as the place where those tools are put into practice. A data management hub in Tifton collects real-time information and helps turn it into usable insights. For McLemore, the collaboration has been one of the biggest advantages.
It's been a great opportunity, I think, for us to be able to collaborate, across institutional and expose our students to something that they would not have had without that opportunity.
As agriculture continues to evolve, the 4D Farm is helping prepare ABAC students to work in an industry that is becoming more focused on data, technology, and precision decision-making. From the Paddock, I'm Daniel Durrance. As the semester comes to a close, graduation marks an important milestone for students as they prepare to take the next step in their careers. J.C. Weatherington has more on graduation and what it means for this year's class.
May is here, and the spring semester is coming to a close at ABAC. For many senior students, it also means graduation is right around the corner.
You see students on so many different journeys. No student is going to have the same path. However, on graduation day, we all come together to celebrate the milestone, which is graduating, getting your diploma, walking across the stage. So it's really fun to see all of these different students have these individual journeys, but again, be able to come together in this big event.
Rachel France is Career Center Coordinator and a member of the Graduation and Commencement Committee here at ABAC. She assists students with career development, planning, or anything else they need in regard to their career journey.
Being able to see students, even if they don't have it 100% figured out by the time that they graduate, they have the skills they need to be able to move forward, and they have the confidence they need to kind of make their own way. That's really rewarding and that's really exciting.
ABAC graduates look forward to new careers, new life events, and new adventures post-graduation.
I am graduating and then I'm going on a trip to India, and then I'll come back to Tifton and start looking for jobs.
Rural Community Development student Allison Carter is using her newly earned degree in India, where she will be doing Christian mission work in a rural community.
I expect to just grow my knowledge in rural communities because we are going to a rural community, just a different one outside of the United States. And we're going to be doing work with kids and with women and teaching English.
Graduates leave ABAC with skills to take into their next chapter. Ryan Cruz is a horticulture student focused in turf grass management.
I'm excited, but I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss being a kid, but I'm ready to grow up. My favorite memory about being at ABAC is probably living on campus. I like being around everybody my age and just being next to all my friends.
ABAC has brought fond memories to many students, including agricultural communication student Samantha Shackelford.
I'm really excited to graduate college because, hallelujah, it's finally over. But I started to get really sad about, oh, well, I'm not just going to be able to call my friends and we're just going to go out on a random Tuesday night, or I won't be able to walk in my house anymore and just yell for my roommates and they appear in the living room.
But ABAC is always here to support students beyond the classroom and into their careers.
I will definitely miss ABAC. I think everyone's so relational here, but I know that I can always come back and get letters of recommendation or just visit and do all the things here.
Students' college education and experience follow them long after they walk the stage at graduation.
ABAC is such a great and amazing place. The opportunities that I've received from professors around this campus and the friendships that I've made along with my other colleagues. I truly have to say that this place has influenced me and shaped me into the person I am today.
A testimony felt by many students set to graduate in a few short weeks. From all of us here at the Paddock, congratulations to ABAC's class of 2026.
That will wrap us up for today and for this season of the Paddock. Be sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for a new season of the Paddock in the spring of 2027. From all of us here at the Paddock, thank you for joining us. I'm Colin Souter and G Hall, y'all.